Hey everyone, and welcome back to On a Water Break, the podcast where we talk about everything you and your friends are talking about at rehearsal on a water break. This week, we're all about being nervous and overcoming obstacles. We'll also find out what made Dalton say.
For the color guard folks listening, I also have no idea really what they're talking about.
And why Clara said.
Because I think what everybody does is lame all the time. Like, we're doing band, we're throwing things in the air, we're hitting things with sticks, we're just like running around. Like, that's kind of silly.
All this and more on this week's episode of On a Water Break.
8 off the mat and go.
Welcome to On a Water Break, the podcast where we talk everything marching arts.
Everyone, bring it in. It's time for a water break.
Hey everyone, it's Josh, and I'm so excited to be hosting the podcast right now. We have a great episode for you guys this week. It's all about being new because every single one of us on the pod this week have never been on or hosted. And here we are. Before we see who's on the sidelines this week, make sure to go subscribe on your favorite listening app, write us a review, and share with a friend. Got a question or a good topic to talk about? Email us at onawaterbreakpodcast@gmail.com or find us on social media and DM us if you want to be on the show. We even have a form now for you to fill out if you want to be a guest. Check it out at our link in the bio. So who's on the sidelines this week? We have Dalton Stout, Clara Bagwell, and Eric Levy. So since all of us are new, we're each going to do a 32-count life story. I'm going to start things off. My name is Josh Smith. I am a high school band director in South Central Pennsylvania. I'm in my third year of teaching and my second year at my current school. I have 2 bachelors, one in music ed, the other in performance, and a master's in instrumental conducting. Started in West Virginia, then Ohio, now teaching PA. Next, we're going to have Dalton.
Howdy, everyone. I'm Dalton Stout. I have been a music teacher for 7 years now. I did 5 years in elementary and 2 years in middle school. That was back in my life in Columbus, Ohio. I lived there for those 7 years after moving there from Nebraska. Now I'm here in Colorado. I followed my husband to Boulder. He's getting his master's in music education there. So I am a little bit between jobs at the moment, but doing a lot of choreography through my company, DVS Choreo.
Next, we got Eric.
Hey everyone, my name is Eric Levy. I'm originally from Miami, Florida. I've been teaching for over 20 years and also composing for over 25 years. I've previously taught over in China and Taiwan. Currently, I'm a regional manager for Young Musicians Unite and the percussion director at Florida International University.
And then last but not least, we have Clara.
Hey guys, I'm Clara. I'm from Huntsville, Alabama. I graduated from Sparkman High School and I marched Colts and Bugle Corps in 21-22. I've done WGI with New City Mystique the last 3 years. I'm a student at the University of Alabama at Birmingham, majoring in elementary education. And this last summer, I marched with the Boston Crusaders and aged out of DCI. I have one more WGI, but done with DCI.
And Clara, you are actually totally new. You're one of the DCI correspondents. And so now that you have your gold medal, can you tell us about your summer marching with Boston and what you were most nervous about going into that finals week?
Okay, yeah. So my summer was incredible. It was so exciting. I went to a bunch of different places that I'd never been before, and I didn't really know anybody at the Boston Crusaders. I mean, I met them at like auditions and stuff, but I didn't like have like a bunch of friends like going into the summer. So it was super exciting to meet a whole bunch of new people and see a bunch of cool places. Like we started in Vermont and we spent like some time in Boston. Then we flew to Colorado and did like California tour, Texas tour, all the different stuff. And then going into finals week, I wasn't super nervous, honestly. Like the percussion like has been scoring pretty well up until now, and we were feeling pretty good about like what I could control. I was feeling pretty good about, and we didn't know if it was going to be like us or Blue Coats winning it, but that wasn't like super important to me. It was still like, oh, I hope we win, but it wasn't like something that I could super control because it was mostly just like up to our GE scores and whatever. But I don't know. I think overall this summer, I was super nervous just about like, there's not a whole lot of girls in the Boston Crusaders. Like there's several color guard girls, obviously, but besides the color guard, there's like 10 girls, like horn, line, percussion, drum majors. Like not a whole lot of us. So I was kind of nervous about that, but I don't know.
Okay, since we are all new around here, the producers added in a new segment. The question is, what part of the marching band are you? Now, this isn't meant to be taken literally. They want creative and personality-driven answers. So I'll go first, for example. I, in the marching band, am a really strong flag feature because I am passionate, I'm full out, but I make things a little more difficult than I need to be. Does anyone else have anything?
Great. I thought a bit about this, and what I came up with was I'm the ticks on the rehearsal field. It's a great support that's there to give you the information that you need and set you up for success, but then stepping away from the actual performance when you're on the field going at it, knowing that you have the tools that you need to be successful, even though the tools aren't right there with you.
I actually think I'm more like the brand new Megavox. So, out on the field, some people know how to use me, some people don't. And no matter what style it's going to be used with, I always fall accurate and I always make everything better.
I'm definitely like someone's younger sibling who's just like running around and causing chaos. And I'm just like making fun of everybody because I think what everybody does is lame all the time. Like we're doing band, we're throwing things in the air, we're hitting things with sticks, we're just like running around. Like that's kind of silly. And I'm definitely just like someone's little sibling making fun of everybody.
That's great. That's awesome.
Okay, we want to take this time to preview some amazing episodes and bonus content we have going on. Check out our latest episode where Alicia Sharp and Nicole Younger sat down with Angela and Adam Miller to talk about the evolution of the Meridian Guard, college audition prep, and why WGI's regional formats are changing the game. Plus, inside stories from the field about touring, teaching, and what it takes to grow the next generation of performers. And don't miss the conversation with Lori from Guard Closet, Fruhoff Uniforms, and Virtual Assistant Director, sharing why slow tempo training is the secret to cleaner shows and stronger marching technique. If you're looking for history and inspiration, go back to our On a Water Break with the 1934 Foundation episode for a powerful look at community, tradition, and the future of the marching arts.
Thank you for that, Clara. And now we're going to go to a commercial break.
Celebrating its 25th anniversary, Guard Closet was founded as a consignment shop in 2000. Since then, it has grown to become your one-stop shop for the marching arts.
Do you need consignment uniforms and flags for your color guard, marching band, or drumline? We have thousands of sets of consignments in stock and ready to ship.
Do you need show design and custom choreography? Our designers have years of experience in the marching arts.
Do you need to sell your items and clear out your storage areas? We take in more than 600 sets of consignments each year and return hundreds of thousands of dollars to our consigners for their sales.
Do you need to have your students order shoes, gloves, and other equipment? We can set up a microsite for easy student ordering of a wide variety of items.
Do you need custom costumes or flags? We can help get you great designs from our team through top vendors like Show Day Designs.
Have you listened to our podcast, On a Water Break? Weekly episodes and bonus content keep you entertained and informed with what's going on in the marching arts.
For over 25 years, Guard Closet has been here to help. Check us out at guardcloset.com or follow us on social media.
So why don't we see what's happening in the news this week? To start things off, the retirement University of Iowa's announcer Lou Crist after 44 seasons with the band. He started with the band just by reaching out saying, hey, do you guys need an announcer? And they responded saying, yeah. And so he spent 44 years with them. I have a good friend who's a band TA Iowa right now, Kevin Neese. Shout out to Kevin. I texted him earlier asking if he had any inside scoop. And the first game, the first halftime show, may or may not include songs and drill from his time as a member of the band all the way back in 1959, and then as announcer over the past 40 years. So that should be pretty cool and a great honoree of Lou Crist. Eric, you were part of some news today. Can you share a little bit of that with us?
Yeah, so today we were actually performing at the commissioners meeting down in Miami-Dade in downtown, where we've actually been experiencing massive budget cuts down in Miami and throughout the state of Florida. So just recently it was announced that the mayor was cutting $12.8 million in cultural arts funding, which supports our museums, of course, groups like the New Deco Ensemble, and a bunch of other things, including the arts that pretty much support Miami. So things like Wynwood, things like Art Basel are all supported through stipends, different grants and funding. So today we performed as a full drumline on behalf of YMU using the FIU Ensemble, and we made our voices heard. So hopefully that's something that they reverse pretty soon and it comes to fruition in the best way possible.
That's awesome. Just get out there and say, this is what you're cutting. This is pretty cool. And you're trying to take this away from people and away from the community. So thank you for that work, Eric, that you're doing. Clara, do you have anything for us?
Well, they announced that Adam Norris, Thomas Clayson, and the RhythmX Quad Line are going to be making an appearance at PASIC this year.
That's pretty cool.
It's super exciting. I love seeing RhythmX, and they're always super clean and super cool. I wish I could be like them, but
Sweet. Dalton, do you have anything?
Y'all, another band trailer was stolen in Colorado. I remember the first time I heard of a band trailer being stolen. I was so shocked by that news because who would do that? But as I've grown up, especially in Ohio where my car was stolen twice, it's such a common thing that happens. And so maybe this is just a good reminder to everybody out there. Locks aren't enough for your band trailer. The locks on this one here in Colorado were cut. They were cut off. So they did everything they were supposed to do. But when somebody wants what's inside of that, they're going to take it. So maybe take some extra precautionary steps. Park some cars around it or put it in another gated. If your school has a gated place to put trailers, make sure it goes there every night because it's not enough.
It's the kind of thing you just wouldn't think about either. Why are you stealing a trailer?
And some of the reports of people talking about this, the parents and kids are just so shocked and devastated. And I know exactly what that feels like to walk out and it's not there. And you wait, I thought I parked it here. Maybe I didn't. And then just hours of panic and right before a show, even I can't. It's too much.
And Eric, do you have anything to share about the George Mason drumline and then performing at PASIC as well?
I think that's going to be a super amazing thing. George Mason shows are always super fun. For as clean as they are, they definitely throw it on a lot of things, and they give a lot of old school vibes, especially a major shout out to Dartmouth, of course, with a lot of their fun shows. So that's always going to be an awesome thing. So we're looking forward to seeing George Mason out there and just having some nice beats and giving great information.
Yeah, it should be cool. Mason actually was the first legit drumline that I got to watch during my student teaching when I was in college. I didn't have a drumline in high school, or I didn't have an indoor program in high school, but I was student teaching at a school with a drumline, and the first competition we went to, Mason played, and it was a really cool experience. They're a great group.
I love the George Mason show. It's my favorite show of all time. I remember hearing rumors about it last fall and oh, this show's gonna be so silly. And then I started seeing videos and I was oh my goodness, I love this so much. And it was so exciting.
We need to see a Father Ryan revival. That would be a game changer today.
For the color guard folks listening, I also have no idea really what they're talking about. So you're not alone. I've never been to PASIC. Is it worth it to try and get out there? I mean, I teach middle school band.
It's very percussion heavy. I've never been to PASIC.
Okay.
A lot of my percussion friends go, but it's very, very weird percussion, hitting random objects and metronome pieces.
Everything you could ever want.
Percussion.
Everything.
I think it's cool that marching ensembles are getting featured at PASIC, though, since it is such a different style and different technique than traditional concert playing or even soloistic percussion playing. I think it's cool that those kind of groups are getting recognized at such a big, big event. Speaking of traveling to PASIC or anything else, it's time for your Peak Group Travel Tip of the Week, brought to you by our sponsors at Peak Group Travel, helping you navigate your next adventure, whether it's across the country or just to your next competition.
Hi, everyone. It's time for your travel tip of the week with me. I'm Beth with Peak Group Travel. When you start reviewing the calendar for the dates for your next performance tour, avoiding major holidays is strongly recommended. Not only will you avoid longer lines at attractions, you could also save money by traveling during the off-season. Don't forget to like and follow Peak Group Travel on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and be sure to email info@peakgrouptravel.com when you're ready to start planning your next performance tour. I'm Beth with Peak Group Travel and your travel tip of the week. Ready to elevate your travel game? Welcome to Peak Group Travel, the ultimate adventure creators. Whether you're planning an unforgettable class trip, a once-in-a-lifetime parade experience for your marching band, or a choir tour full of memorable performance venues, Peak Group Travel handles it all, so you can focus on making memories. From breathtaking international destinations to amazing adventures right here at home, Peak Group Travel customizes every journey to your vision. We're not just planners, we're your partners for the trip you want for your students. Our online registration portal makes managing your pre-trip experience smooth and convenient. We even collect your payments if you'd like. Picture it, effortless planning, unmatched experiences, and smiles that last long after the journey ends. That's the Peak Group Travel difference. And if you choose to partner with Peak on your next tour, and you mention that you heard about us on the On a Water Break podcast, you'll earn a $100 trip credit. Discover why groups everywhere trust Peak Group Travel. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, and be sure to visit peakgrouptravel.com today. You pick the date, and we'll make it great.
Okay, everyone, we are back, and it is time for 60-second tech block.
60-second tech block. 60-second tech block!
This is the segment where one of our hosts or guest clinicians is put on the spot to deliver a non-stop 60-second tech session on a topic that needs some serious attention after the last run. Our special tech this week has to come fully prepared with 3 topics they think that they can talk about for a full 60 seconds straight. No hesitation, no pauses, just pure technical gold. And this week, I think we're going to throw it to Dalton. Dalton, you said your best topics were bad color guard drill, prioritizing EQ over body, and how to choreograph. So what do we think Dalton should talk about? As a band director who needs to choreograph holds in my show, I think I would love for Dalton to give a little 60-second spiel on how to choreograph, but that's just my 2 cents.
I want to know about bad color guard drill. Like, I'm in the pit, so I don't really know anything about drill in general, period. But I want to know what makes it good, what makes it bad, you know?
Eric, you're the tiebreaker. What do you think?
I have to vote with choreography just because we see a lot of bad choreography to music. That makes no sense.
Nothing quite like band legs. Sweet. So, Dalton, are you ready?
I am ready.
Clara, can you put up a 60-second timer for us?
I got you.
Sweet. 60 seconds on the clock. Dalton, ready, set, go.
All right, y'all. So I've had a good amount of experience choreographing for color guards in all of the equipments, dance, flag, rifle, saber, and also for band bodies, drum lines, and bands. So this goes for everything. What you need to know is if something is happening in the music, something should also be happening with your body. If the music gets louder, what you're doing should get bigger. And if the music gets quieter, what you're doing should get smaller. If there's music happening somewhere on your field or coming from a direction, you should be over there doing something to that music where it's coming from. And then from there, it's really just about how you feel. If the music is happy, make sure you're jumping with the music. If the music is sad, make sure you're reaching with the music. If it's a long note, make it a long move. If it's a short note, make it a short move. Follow those rules, and everything you write will be musical and beautiful, I promise.
And that's it.
That was right on the money. That was great, Dalton. Way to go.
She can meet a deadline, okay?
Eric, Clara, any comments on that? Clara, are you excited to do some choreography in the pit?
Oh, I cannot wait. I love pit choreo. We need more band people to choreograph stuff for the pit. We want to do it. Come up
Is that real? People the pit players want to dance more.
Yes, we love doing like visuals and stuff. And sometimes we add visuals, and then like the visual coordinator will be like, "Hey, Pit, why do you look stupid right now?" Like, okay, come down here. Then tell us what to do. We want to do stuff. Like,
I'm gonna roll to all my clients and say a Boston Crusader told me.
Yes.
Told me that you want to dance. So you're dancing. Sorry.
Just standing there and playing is so boring and lame. Like, we want to do some stuff.
That was awesome.
I would definitely say something awesome to think about. I do this a lot with a lot of my front ensembles, and even like in our concert percussion groups that go to WGI. We take a lot of show style things from HBCUs and show style groups and put it in there, and it just blows everybody's minds.
Oh yeah.
Steal. Yeah.
There really isn't anything like experiencing an HBCU band for the first time. The kind of performance is just off the chart. I grew up near Morgan State and Howard, seen Morgan State a lot, and they are such an awesome band. Well, that was a solid 60-second tech block. Hopefully someone out there just got a little bit of tech advice they didn't know that they needed. But now it's time to switch things up. It's time for everyone's favorite, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
This is the part of the show where we let loose a little bit, or maybe a lot. This is your chance to rant about something in the marching arch that just doesn't make sense. Maybe it's your tradition that needs to go. Maybe it's a habit that performers can't seem to break. Maybe it's something that makes you think, why are we even doing this? Or why haven't we started doing this yet? Whatever it is, this is your moment to call it out. So, who's got something that they need to get off of their chest? Clara?
Oh yeah, I got something. So we're talking about like being nervous and stuff a whole lot today. So what are we doing cutting ourselves from groups? Like, why are we deciding that we're not good enough to try out for like that indoor group or that drum corps or like whatever it is? Like, there are so many people who just get anxious and nervous and decide that they aren't good enough to be in the group. Like, let them decide that. Let them decide you're not ready yet, you know? Like, build those connections, make people know who you are. There's so much benefit in like going and auditioning somewhere and meeting new people. Like, even if you don't think you have a chance, like, you're going to learn something, you're going to get something out of it.
I totally agree. I got my first job because I auditioned for a voice competition. I'm not a vocalist. I got my first job because I auditioned for a voice competition, and I got in, and then I was like, do you guys need an intern? And they're like, yeah. And then my first job came out of that. So I totally agree. Just go for it. Eric, what do you have?
So it's definitely been an interesting few years, especially evolving through what we do here in the United States and overseas. And honestly, what are we doing when we don't set up the members for success by teaching them how to be better leaders and also learn how to learn? There's so many instructors that I've met over the years, so many students that just don't have a foundational level of how to create camaraderie, what their roles are as actual leaders, and that affects them long term. They don't know how to run sectionals, they don't know how to properly go home and practice, and they end up falling short of what our expectations are. And really, it comes back to us not setting them up for success. So let's fix that.
I think as a community, we got all just so comfortable with like everyone knew what was supposed to happen for marching band before COVID. And then COVID happened, and there's this generation of kids who didn't get that like really young training. And these COVID kids are different. It's nothing their fault, but we have to teach them the things that they don't know. And I've seen too many instructors just like yell at their kids when they don't know what's happening because they don't know what's happening because they never told them what's happening. Like, that's tension that doesn't need to happen, friends. Just communicate and ask questions. That's all it takes. Oh, thank you for saying that.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And in one of my philosophies on music education in general is that what we're really teaching are those skills, Eric, you were talking about, time management, how to practice and boil down something and learn and grow from that. We're just doing so through the medium of music and performance. But those skills that go hand in hand with the performance and the learning and the rehearsal is really what the goal of the ensemble is at the end of the day. We want them to make music and be musical, of course, but that's the skill and the learning that happens in the classroom, on the field, etc. So great point. Dalton, what's your hot take?
All right, and we're going to get real hot here for a minute, friends. Sorry for it. What are we doing still body shaming and misogynizing this activity? This was not intentional, not on purpose, because I'm like looking for a problem. But this summer, like there's a lot of flow marching on my feed. And I would swipe away from a video of a drum corps because most of the video was some skinny boy. And I don't want to see all these skinny boys doing this activity that is full of not skinny boys. There's so much diversity and like just happiness in this activity that needs to be celebrated. But so many of some really top people in this activity are making some really poor decisions on how their performers are chosen. And I just think that we could all take a step back and check out why we're choosing the performers we're choosing and make sure that what we're seeing matches what we feel like we should be seeing from communities. I tried to stay really PC about that.
Clara, was there anything with your summer in Boston that you saw that kind of relates to what Dalton was saying?
I think
my guard instructor's name is Dustin. I'm sorry.
I get it a lot. That's fine.
Like, representation is huge. I mean, I told you, like, I was the only girl in the pit this last summer, and there was one girl in the snare line, but there's just the two of us in the percussion section, and there were very few girls in the horn line. And this is definitely nothing against, like, Boston, but this is very much, like, there's not that many girls that do this activity. And it's because they're seeing all these videos of skinny dudes, and it's not, like, they don't see themselves being a part of something like that.
And that takes us back to what you were saying. Like, don't cut yourself before you're cut. Like, if you can't see yourself there, then you're never going to go for it. And when that image of you has never been represented, it is like 10 times harder to visualize yourself there and make it happen. Oh yeah.
Like, I can like count on my hands like the number of like girls in percussion that I saw like growing up that were like influenced me and inspired me. And there's so many guys out there that do like so well, and there's so few girls. And I don't know, it's just kind of a bummer, you know?
A bummer, a super bummer.
Mine is, I think that in general, we need to do better at making the ensemble feel like an ensemble. I think it's really easy because of how we differentiate the learning and the teaching experience to have drumline feel like a group, front feel like a group, winds feel like a group, guard feel like a group. And that's something that at my current school, when I came in, I saw a little bit of. In the last 2 years, I've been working to try and mesh and fix, but make it so the band is a band and everyone's goal is to work together. And what the guard person doing on flag relates to how the front ensemble person is playing their line, relates to what the batteries do, relates to the wind player, relates to the drum major up on the podium. Like, it's a full ensemble and every voice and every person matters on the field, and making sure that even outside of like section, or especially outside of sectionals time or small ensemble, small group time, it's a one entity as opposed to multiple smaller groups that just happen to perform the same thing at the same time in the same place.
Something that Robin Wells, one of the best flag techs in the entire universe, said to me my first year at the Cavaliers. It was to the group, but it hit my heart. Was oh my god, now it just hit my brain. The show only exists in your brains. Like, us in the band, like, the show only exists inside our brains, nowhere else. And so, like, when we leave this season, it's gone forever. We have video cameras now, but it's gone. And so that's something that really made me like, whoa, music is special, band is special, because like we're all doing this together and it only exists between us. Like, that's so magical.
All right.
Great job, everyone. Set your equipment down. Gush and go.
Now that we got that off of our chest, let's get into our gush and goes. Welcome to Gush and Go. This is your chance to shout out something awesome happening in your life, marching arts related or not. Maybe you're just excited about performance, a student success, a big life event, or just something cool you want to brag about. No negativity here, just pure, unfiltered hype. We will start by gushing for ourselves for doing a great job with this podcast so far. So how's everyone feeling? We feeling good? I keep tripping up in the middle of some of the long lines. If I could stop doing that, it'd be better. But
No, you're doing perfect.
Thank you.
Absolutely perfect.
Dalton, do you have anything you want to gush about?
I would like to gush about just the original storytelling that I'm seeing in the activity. There are so many like new stories and new ideas that are being told and put in front of me that is just, it's so exciting. And that feeling of what's going on right now. Like when you're looking at the field and you can't understand it. That's my favorite part because it makes me ask so many questions. And I want to just like find the staff and pick their brains. What's going on? Tell me more. Tell me more. And that's what makes art interesting to me.
Clara, what's your gush?
I'm still very much like riding the high from the last DCI season. Like, I mean, Boston's never won ever. And like, that's 85 years worth of like alumni and like people making this possible. I don't know. It's just like surreal that like, I mean, I went to Boston like knowing that they were going to place pretty well. I like never expected like to win, and it was just insane. Like the amount of like alumni support and like everyone's a Boston fan. Like everyone was like rooting for us. I mean, obviously like the Bluecoats had their fans for sure, but like everyone was rooting for us, and that was like insane. Like I don't know, it's just insane. And then like we got a perfect score in percussion. What? Like that's wild. I'm still just very much riding that high. My friend Uptown also told me to shout out him during my gush and go, so shout out Uptown. And that's it.
Eric, what are you gushing about?
So there's definitely a ton of stuff to gush about. Biggest one is a few brands that I've been launching. So I own the Drumline Network, and we've been doing some really cool stuff. We just ran some events over in the Philippines. We actually just started something called the Catch These Hands Challenge, which is way different. It's just we play a lick, and it's the kids' job to transcribe it, play it back, and then we give away some prizes. But the biggest thing with that is just enhancing percussion education through the brand, through the networking, and literally connecting the dots through our motto, which is bridging the gap of all rhythms. So been super excited about that, and it's just growing more and more every day.
Cool. My gush is I have a couple students that have amounted to some pretty awesome things. I had 2 students that I've taught. One is a senior right now with me, and then a couple staff members that all march with the Reading Buccaneers. And so they won open class this year. I got to see them and actually got to see Boston as well at the Downingtown show the week before championships. And so super proud of all those people that I have in my little corner from Bucks. Shout out to Chesky, Colin, Matt, Aiden, a great group of people there. And then I also had 2 students of mine get accepted to a local youth symphony, which is really cool too. A neat experience for them.
Hey, it's called Gush and Go, not Gush and Stay. Let's go.
Well, thank you all for a great rehearsal this week. And thank you for everyone who is spending some time listening with us today. Dalton, Clara, thank you so much for a great rehearsal this week. And thank you everyone who is spending time with us today. Where can we find each of you guys? Dalton, where can we find you at?
I am on social media. Instagram and my TikTok are both Salty Dalty. That's SaltyYDalti. Or you can check out my website if you're interested in my choreography business, daltonvstout.com.
Clara, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram. It's _Clara.0110010. That's the letter B. That's the letter B in binary for anyone who's curious.
Incredible.
Very unique. I love that. Eric, what about you?
So you can find me on Instagram at World of Eric. You can also just branch off from there. Drumline Network, Percussion League, essentially any of the 50 things I'm doing, you'll find it from my page.
And then you can find me on TikTok, Mr. Smith's Band. There's periods between each of the words. Mr.smiths.band. And I'm hoping to grow my band in any way I can. Got a question or good topic to talk about? Email us at onawaterbreakpodcast@gmail.com or find us on social media and DM us if you want to be on the show. We even have a form now to fill out if you want to be a guest. We love having people on the podcast, so check that out at our link in the bio on our social media. Or you could just take out your phone, make a video, and send it to us. Maybe you'll see yourself on the podcast soon. And one more thing, don't forget that we have a YouTube channel now, so go and subscribe so you can see all of us there. Before you close out of your podcast listening app, go subscribe, write us a review, and share this with a friend. Follow us on all social media at On a Water Break, and we'll see you at the next rehearsal on a water break.
The On a Water Break podcast was produced by Jeremy Williams and Christine Ream. The intro and outro music was produced by Josh Lyda. To learn more, visit lydamusic.com. And until next time, thanks for tuning in.